Who was here for when I talked about the plagues?
Oh, I was.
They were natural.
They were natural. I was wet. God just took all the credit. It's true.
Well, hang on a second. Can we name all of the plagues? Let me get them in order so I get them right, okay? Who can name me all of the plagues? Let's just go around. Let's start with Sammy.
Blood.
Blood, cool. That's a good one. What's another one? Jenna. Frogs. What did the frogs do?
They eat everyone.
They like came out of the Nile and they came onto
Eat
the
everyone.
plains. Yeah.
The cattle.
The cattle. I think that's a little further down. I'll leave some room.
Oh, we're in order.
Cattle disease. We'll try to get it in order.
Pesticide.
Okay.
Pestilence. Good work. But that's something else. Okay, Jonas.
Let's see.
Darkness.
Darkness.
I got it.
Where does that go? Was that up higher, lower?
Lower.
The lowest?
No.
Just before the lowest. Okay. Somebody else. Julian.
Firstborn's death. Killing
Firstborn. I'll just put firstborn.
I was gonna say baby killing.
We'll put like a
Skull.
scratch it out. The firstborns. Brian. Give me one. Only 5 more.
Hail.
Hail. And do you remember where that was? Was that after cattle disease or before?
I think it was in the middle. Very
Well, let's say cattle disease is the middle.
But it's not. That's like the fourth.
Okay.
No, it is the middle.
Okay, it is. And then what?
Before. After.
It's after. Okay, somebody else. Jenna.
Beast.
Beasts.
I thought you said beast.
I should have
Lions and tigers and bears.
Oh my.
Beasts would be the best plague in beasts.
Oh my.
It's beasts.
Tigers and bears.
Locusts is down here right after
Lions
hail.
and tigers and gillies.
Famine
It's not a plague.
is a result. There's one more. Go ahead.
Boils.
What?
Boils.
That's on the baby.
Boils. That's
Oh.
right after cattle disease.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, I got
And
another
one more, last one. Okay, so we got, just think about it. Think about maybe the order of events that might have happened.
It's called these itchy things.
That's boils. Yeah, itchy things. What if you have itchy things? Remember there was lice?
Lice.
Yeah, what else could you say on lice?
Fleas.
Fleas, and then what kind of is usually, what you're like, oh, don't touch that, it's got fleas.
Traffic.
Are you making a joke?
Touching.
Okay.
Cats and dogs.
We call it starts with a V.
Oh, vermin.
Vermin.
What's vermin?
It's like
Like rats.
rats and stuff.
Things like that.
Squirrels.
So, why do we think all of these things happen? Jonas, first hand up.
What?
What were you going to say?
Because a volcano in Greece erupted.
Well, first tell us about the biblical reasons. The story of the Haggadah.
Because
Because the Pharaoh and the Egyptians were treating the Jews as slaves.
Right.
So then God wanted to curse the Pharaoh.
Right. And who did God send to free the Jewish slaves? Exactly. And
They made my
what happened after that? Wait, hang on. So Moses came and said that famous line.
Free my people.
I have only but one life to lose for
Let my people go.
That's
Let my
American
people go.
Revolutionary
Let
War.
my people go.
Let my people go.
Wait, what?
I was going to say something.
I'm
Wait,
certain
no, what
that
were you
his
gonna
words
say?
inspired Patrick Henry. But we're
That
talking
was
about
Patrick
Moses.
Henry.
Okay. So let my people go. And
It
did
was
Pharaoh
free my
say
people
yes?
or let me die.
Did Pharaoh say okay?
No. Famous last words.
He did what? He said no. And then we brought on the first plague. And then what happened?
Blood.
And then did Pharaoh say yes?
No.
And then what happened?
Frogs.
And did he say yes after that?
No.
And so on and so
I have a
on, right?
question.
After
Yes.
first word? That's not.
I'm not trying to be like You know what? Never mind.
Was it going to be something about this or something
Yeah,
else?
it was.
What were you going to say?
I was confused. Like, what? Were they only slaves?
The Jews? The Jewish people?
Yeah.
You tell me. Do you remember in the days of Abraham?
Where were they before that?
You tell me. What do you remember of Abraham? What do you remember of Isaac?
Were they like the only group of Jews?
Well, that's a good question. What do you think? Do you think that they were the only... Do you think that everybody was a slave all of a sudden? Or do you think that some of the people were free?
Why didn't they just rise up and you know?
Because if they did, they would be killed.
If you think about it, if they're doing all that manual labor, they'll probably get stronger.
Mhm.
So they could just rise up and just turn into the Hulk and just
They would be
just Hulk
killed.
out and
They would be
free
killed.
themselves. Well,
They didn't have guns. Did they have guns back then?
well, what we learned... No,
No.
of course they didn't have guns. You know that. No.
Wait, are guns
What we-
modern?
They had knives.
Guns are
Yes, guns are very modern.
They're like in
This
the
is very
1700s.
ancient.
Ancient.
Okay. Ancient means older than old. Okay.
Older.
Almost like oldest. Okay. So what we learned is that even though maybe we didn't have the ability to free ourselves, maybe some leader had to emerge that had to come and convince us that we were worthy of being free. Or maybe in our teachings we knew that we were just always waiting for a leader, and it wasn't until the spare time that that leader emerged
What?
that freedom was available to
Why
us.
did- why-
And like we already said, who was that leader?
Moses
Right.
and God,
Moses led
the
by God.
sidekick
Exactly.
of God.
The sidekick of God. That's a very...
Junior.
Did you mean for that to be funny? That's pretty funny.
Not really. I see. He seems like kind of his sidekick.
Okay. Brendan, what are you thinking?
Not really.
Okay, fair enough. Julian. Okay. Girls. Thoughts? Were we always free? Were we
No.
enslaved?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
How long
So
were we
we were
enslaved?
enslaved.
How long?
An exact number,
Just like an estimate.
generations.
Like how many? Like one?
I think historically, in terms of the biblical story, there was an account of a famine in Israel, in Judea, Samaria.